Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. I have Louie with me today. Louie, say hello to everyone. Aw, he's being a little shy. And we are doing a poof method deco mesh wreath using Dollar Tree Deco Mesh. If you don't have Dollar Tree Deco Mesh, that's okay. At your local craft store or online, you can find deco mesh that's 5.5 instead of 6 inches, and you can definitely do the same method I'm going to be using today using the 5.5 deco mesh. Here are the supplies that we're going to need for this wreath. This wreath is going to be 100% Dollar Tree supplies, starting with the centerpiece that's 11 3/4 in diameter, so almost 12 inches. This is quite a large sign. Then I'm going to be using 3 rolls of deco mesh. I'm going to be using 2 red and 1 white. All the deco mesh from the Dollar Tree is 6 inches by 5 yards. If you are someone like me who doesn't buy deco mesh from the Dollar Tree anymore, I just have to use mine up because I have a lot left over from one I used to buy. This is my next go-to, and it's the 5.5 inch deco mesh that you can find pretty much anywhere in a craft store or of course online. This particular one is 5.5 inches and 18 feet, so this is definitely a great option. Then I'm going to use some burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree. This one's 2 inches in diameter by 3 yards. Then you're going to need some sort of flowers, maybe little hearts, whatever you have on hand to put in the center of our ribbon bundles. For me, because this is so large, I'm only going to be doing the flowers on the outside row because this sign is going to take up a lot of that center. You're also going to need 2 zip ties and of course a pack of pipe cleaners. You're going to need 18 pipe cleaners to attach the deco mesh and 2 to 4 for your centerpiece depending on how big it is. Let's start by attaching our pipe cleaners. The way I like to think about it is we're going to do a section at a time. Each section is going to need 3 pipe cleaners. Starting on row 1 and 2, I'm going to put a pipe cleaner right in the center using both of those rows. I'm going to do 2 twists, and I'm going to bring this pipe cleaner towards the inside of the wreath form. That's going to help us find our pipe cleaner as we're moving along. Now I'm putting 2 more pipe cleaners on the outside rows 3 and 4. I'm sorry about the cat here. Very not cool interrupting Leo. There you go. There's the second one. And these 2 pipe cleaners I'm going to face out. Now I'm just going to go to all my sections and do the same thing. 1 on row 1 and 2, and 2 pipe cleaners to the sides of this one that I attached to rows 3 and 4. My wreath form is all ready. On rows 1 and 2, I have 6 pipe cleaners facing towards the inside, and attached to rows 3 and 4, I have 12 pipe cleaners, 2 per section, going all the way around and facing out. I usually start working from inside going out. If I started right here, I would do 9-inch loops going all the way around, and I'm going to complete the circle by attaching that last loop to where I started. Then I'm going to go flat to this pipe cleaner to the next pipe cleaner, and then I'm going to continue making 9-inch loops. Some of you let me know that the Dollar Tree Deco Mesh was not enough using 9 inches, so try maybe making 8-inch loops on the outside, because on the inside you need that space to be filled, but on the outside you can definitely do 8 inches and go all the way around to make sure that you have enough deco mesh to last you. Oh, hello, look who joined me. I'm just opening up my deco mesh, and if you are using the 5.5 inch deco mesh, you might want to consider using 4 of them, but I do find that using 3 is just fine. I'm going to be putting my deco mesh rolls in my IKEA little container, but as I said, whatever container you have on hand is just fine. All my deco mesh is going to be rolling towards the table just like this. And I'm going to first put in my red, then I'm going to put in my white. And Leo is really supervising me today, huh, Leo? And then the red again. I just put in my measuring mat and I did line up my edges, all 3 rolls. I'm going to start by bringing the edge together 2 or 3 inches maximum. You don't need that much. And the first thing I'm going to do is connect it to one of our pipe cleaners, and I'm going to do a very tight twist here. Now I'm grabbing my zip tie and I'm going to go on row 2 and I'm going to attach that tail about 1 inch from the connection. It's first going to just stretch it out and make it nice and clean. And second of all, it's going to give you a permanent hold. Now I'm just going to cut off the tail. Since we have it already poofed up, I'm going to first wiggle it through because the edges tend to stick together. And that way I already have a few loops ready to go. And now I'm going to measure 8 inches that are right here and add 1 more square. There you go. And I'm going to connect it to the next pipe cleaner. And as you saw, I really make my deco mesh nice and tight because you only have 5 yards, and I kind of don't trust Dollar Tree Deco Mesh because I sometimes feel like it cuts short. There you go, another 8 inches plus 1. There's the next one. And I'm going to continue doing this all around the inside row. Making my last loop on this inner row, going right there where I started. Here's my zip tie, and this is my first pipe cleaner that I used. And here I'm going to do a nice twist or 2. You do want to make sure this is nice and secure. And now we're going to go to the next pipe cleaner, which is in the same section where we started, this one right here. And we're going to go absolutely flat, just like this. That way when we come around, we're going to have beautiful, even loops. As you're doing that second row, now you understand why these pipe cleaners facing out is such a big help. Because here I am just measuring my 9 inches or 8 for those who would like smaller loops on the outside. And I'm just picking up that next pipe cleaner. Here you go, next 9 inches. And I'm going to do this going all the way around. Measuring out my last 9 inches. Going to cut off a 2 to 3 inch tail. And there you go, that's what's left. As you can see, I'm attaching it right there where I started the outside row. And I'm going to face the tail towards the inside because I'm going to attach it to row 3. A quick 2 twists. Grabbing my zip tie, I'm going to attach it from the back because it's easier to see. About 1 inch from our last connection. Cut that off. At this point, it's up to you if you want to leave it like this and then start your ribbon bundles, or you want to open it up. I want to open it up because I kind of want the white to peek through here and there. I'm going to go to the innermost deco mesh and I'm going to push it down and then out. This is Dollar Tree Deco Mesh, so I want to be as gentle as I can with it. Then the white. For the outside row, I'm going to take my innermost layer of deco mesh, and that one I'm going to push out this way, then the white, and then the red. All the poofs are opened up, and before we move on, I want to show you the difference between a poof wreath and a bubble wreath because I had a lot of people asking me what the difference was. So poof wreath is when you have 18 pipe cleaners and you do that kind of spiral going around. That is a poof wreath. You keep on making poofs. Here's a sample of a bubble wreath that is done with the same kind of 3-layer technique with Dollar Tree Deco Mesh. It's opened up here, but as you can see, I have a bubble, then I have a bubble, then I have a bubble, and a bubble. That's where you go all the way around making little bubbles. So this is a bubble wreath. This is a poof wreath. I made this wreath a while ago. I will link it in the description box below if you want to take a look at it and have not seen it yet. Now let's make the ribbon bundles. I absolutely love it when I get a chance to use this burlap ribbon. It's one of the best ribbons that Dollar Tree has, and I always try to pick some up when I go to the Dollar Tree, and of course that they have it. I'm going to measure off my 10 inches, and then as usual, I'm going to zigzag because I am going to be making little dovetails at the end. And if you are going to use the same type of centerpiece that I'm using, you might want to do only 30 strips because we're using 2 per bundle on the outside row, and I'm just going to use 1 per bundle on the inside row. I got 10 strips from 1 roll, which means you might be able to get away with using just 3 rolls of this ribbon. And as you see, I'm just folding the ends in half and cutting little triangles, making sure I cut the edges right here so the ribbon separates. Just like that. And of course, now I'm just going to flip and do the same thing on this side. Now let's make the ribbon bundles. On the outside row, I'm going to grab 2 of them, find that center, and I'm just going to squeeze it together and attach. Then I'm going to do 2 twists. And at this point, if you want to use the pipe cleaners, maybe curl them, you can definitely do that, or you just twist it around, fold it, and then fold it behind the ribbon, or you can fold it and cut it about 1 inch away from the center, whatever you feel like doing. Let's do another one on the outside. Just quickly find that center by pinching it, bring it together, and attach. Leo, do you like it? I know it's going to be so pretty. 2 twists, and then I'm just going to twist the excess pipe cleaner, fold it in half, and then in half again, and then I'm just going to twist it behind the ribbon. I'm going to open these up later. On the inside row, I'm just going to grab 1 piece of ribbon, find that center. Leo, seriously, honey, he is just, he can't get enough. And I'm just going to twist it. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to push both tails out because that centerpiece is going to be right here. Now that all my ribbon is on, I'm just going to start opening up the outside one, and I'm just making kind of like a little flower. So while my hot glue gun is warming up, I'm going to go ahead and open up all my ribbon. All my ribbon bundles are open, and now it's time to grab our roses. And the way I'm going to attach the rose is I'm going to first secure this little part right here, the little stem, and then I'm going to put some hot glue on the outside. And when I attach it to my ribbon, I'm going to just put this little part that's sticking out next to the center and then put the rose in the center. That way it kind of sits inside our actual little bundle. Oh, how pretty is this? I'm going to do the same thing with this next one. First, seal in this part and now more hot glue around. And then with the part sticking out, I'm going to put it right there where the pipe cleaner is to the side and put the rose in the center. And there you go. All the roses are on and they are looking so pretty. Now it's time to attach the centerpiece. I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to attach in 3 places. So grabbing 3 pipe cleaners, I'm going to fold them in half, and here I'm going to make a little flat area, some hot glue, then we're going to put our pipe cleaner on, and then I'm going to put some hot glue on top, and at the bottom of our pipe cleaner, grabbing ribbon, fabric, whatever you have on hand. I like using felt. I'm going to put the piece of felt right over, and this is what's going to seal this pipe cleaner in really nicely. And then 2 more on the sides right here. Now I'm bringing my wreath in. I'm just going to place it straight in the center. And since I have 3 pipe cleaners, I can definitely fit them on the intersections, and that's actually why I did that. The first pipe cleaner I'm going to insert between row 1 and 2. The second one I'm going to insert between rows 3 and 4 on the opposite side of this intersection. That way you have a nice secure hold. I just made a few twists just in case I need to tighten that up a little bit more. Now I'm just going to move things around so I can kind of set it towards the inside a little bit. I think it looks perfect the way it is. So in the back, I'm just going to go back and tighten these up. To cover the back, I'm going to use a placemat. You can use a red one, green one. I did not mind because there's some greenery on the side. Grabbing a few pipe cleaners. I usually do 3. I'm going to attach to the actual wreath form. After cutting off all the tails, we're going to send this little part towards the back so that it does not scratch whatever surface this is going to hang on. Then I'm going to find the top, and right there on that intersection, I'm going to take the jute cord that was actually from the sign, and I'm going to make a knot or 2. I'm going to send it towards the inside side, and we have a hanging loop. Now I'm just going to fix any ribbon that's out of place, and we're all done with this wreath. Louis, what did you think of the wreath? Wasn't that a pretty Valentine's wreath? I think it turned out pretty, don't you think? I think so. In the comments below, I would love to know if you are willing to try this type of wreath, or maybe you've already made a few of these. Let me know in the comments below. If you are new to my channel and would love to see more wreath tutorials, Louis would love it if you would subscribe, hit the bell button, and of course, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you would like to see more wreath tutorials right now, Louis has prepared 2 videos for you right here. You're just the sweetest, Louis. Thank you so much. And we will see you in our next video. Bye, everyone. Louis, you gotta get up for this part. Bye. You're so sweet. Mwah.